Listener discretion is advised.
July 1985. Nancy, département de Meurthe-et-Moselle, France.
Okay.
I hate this already so much.
Actually, I'm not going to lie. Kenyon's over-the-top French accent is a little bit comforting to me.
It's probably soothing.
I'm going to play Mahjong. That's how I'm honoring Kenyon during her case.
Mahjong.
Mahjong.
55-year-old Bernard Etier, a divorced dad and foreman in a chemical plant, has been missing for weeks and is still nowhere to be found. His adult daughter, Patricia Etier, hasn't heard from him since June
Patty.
Patty
88.
Patty 88.
Ever heard of her?
Patty.
Pat. Oh, Jesus Christ, Patty, go get me
Patty.
my tools.
Go get me my tools.
Hey, Pat, where you been since June 22nd? Did you get my smokes?
So,
You weren't at the meat raffle. We're worried about you.
Haven't seen you out on the lake.
Is the pontoon needing repairs? Haven't seen you on the lake.
oh, I know, that pontoon gas is so expensive.
Oh, my God. When the
Oh.
tune needs a tune-up, money doesn't grow on trees, you know.
She's acting up again.
All right, so his adult daughter, Patricia, hasn't heard from him since June 22nd. Whenever she goes to his house, she finds it empty, and there are no signs of anyone having recently been in it.
Don't like that.
But there's one strange clue. An anonymous caller, a man, had recently telephoned Bernard's girlfriend, a woman named Monique Nuss. The caller cryptically said, Bernard won't be there this weekend, but don't worry, he's fine.
Let's throw a party. It's weekend at Bernard's. He's fine. His sunglasses are on.
Weekend at Bernard's. We'll just put him in a Hawaiian shirt. No one will know.
Yes. Dance him around.
Other reports said that the caller said that Bernard was never coming back. So I don't know which is true, but both reports indicate that the caller was saying he's alive, but he's not coming back. Don't worry about it.
And
Either
this was
way,
on
suspicious.
This was on Patty's machine, right?
Yes.
Not Bernard's machine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So understandably going out of her mind with worry over her father's inexplicable absence, Patricia goes to the police and tells them something fishy is clearly going on, but they don't take her seriously. Basically, there are really strong protections in France for like if adult people want to
Go away.
disappear
Yeah.
from their
Let
lives.
him go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so they were just like, whatever, he's a 55-year-old man. There's no
Nothing we can
signs
do.
of a struggle. Like, he can
Let
do
him
whatever
go.
he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Je sais pas.
So instead, she turns to the press for help in getting the word out. She publishes a wanted notice for her father in the newspaper L'Est Républicain, and it works. Some information starts coming in. Neighbors declare that they witnessed an argument take place in front of Bernard's house on the afternoon of June 22nd involving his ex-lover, a widow named Simone Weber.
I love a suspicious
Simon
widow.
Weber.
Simon Weber.
So this
Patty
was
Hetier, or what is it?
Hattier.
Hetier.
Patty Hattier.
Patty Hetier and
Simon,
Simon
Weber.
Weber.
Simon
The
Weber.
lady. Lady Simon Weber. So that was the last time anybody heard from him that same day.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, Bernard and Simone had started dating in 1981 after meeting when he was hired to mow her lawn, if you know what
That's
I
what
mean.
they're calling it these days.
And that joke was written in by Viv.
Love that. He gets us. Fully gets us.
Will you flag every time it's one of Viv's original jokes?
Please do.
Yeah. So he was hired to do this lawn work and some DIY work around Simone's house. They start dating. And Bernard was pretty hot, actually, if you want to go take a look at the pictures on the drive.
Bernie's.
Okay, I still had the previous episode we recorded open, so just Brett Michaels flashing on the screen.
Their love affair didn't last long, however. After about 18 months, he broke it off, citing Simone's paranoid, jealous, and violent behavior.
I'm sorry. Are we looking at the same picture?
Yeah, I thought he was
The one
pretty
who
cute.
doesn't have eyebrows?
He has eyebrows.
Is it the black and white of him doing this?
Yeah.
That's a. Oh,
He's angular.
the chin is alarming.
In my brain, I finished these notes while on a pain pill for my back.
Okay. That
explains some
tracks.
stuff. Yeah.
That tracks. Okay.
Because
So-
he kind of looks like one of those old drawings of like a witch where like the nose and the chin are both the same length.
Yeah. His
But
nose
with a very
and his
clean
chin
haircut.
go out to the same. His hair is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And his
Anyway.
cheekbone, yeah,
If
his
you close
facial
one
structure
eye
is
like
good.
Kenyon and you really squint the other, he's very cute.
And if you take a pain pill, he's hot.
Yeah. So
he
anyway.
fucks.
I see it when I do this.
So he doesn't like Simone because she is a wackadoo. And since then, Bernard had moved on, and like I mentioned before, he was now seeing his new girlfriend, Monique. But Simone had not moved on. Indeed,
Uh-oh.
after the breakup, she began stalking Bernard.
Oh,
She would use
somebody come get her.
She would use various cars and disguises to follow his every move, and would even write in a notebook tracking the hours when he left the house, when he returned home, where he went, who he saw. Full on stalking.
All the important stuff. She's a journaler.
Yeah.
It's full ass stalking.
Oh,
That's
this is
so
horrible.
alarming.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bernard even told his relatives, including his daughter Patricia, that he was afraid of Simone and that once she'd even tried to drug him.
Ooh.
And I don't know if the drugging had happened while they were still dating or after they broke up. I don't
But
know.
it happened.
But it
so-
happened.
doesn't matter. Not
Yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm. So he was afraid of Simone. And of course, now that he had this new girlfriend, she's extra pissed. She's ramping up the threats even more. So finally, the police begin to pay attention to the case and take a closer look at Simone. There's
No
this-
one ever fucking takes like cases of stalking or abuse from binary women against binary men fucking seriously.
Seriously, yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Mhm, yeah, and the
We're
way-
just as capable. Maybe it's statistically less likely, but we're capable of fucking you up.
Oh, and also there's like tons
Fatal
of
attraction.
there were tons of assumptions about her given her age, and she was like in her 50s. And so there were all the police people were like, oh, this elderly grandmother, this frail.
She's 53.
And she does, I mean, it was the 80s, and I feel like people, it's like the Golden
Oh,
Girls thing. where, like,
Everyone looked so matronly.
yeah. So she
You
did.
can't tell how old anyone is.
She did look older, but at the time she looked her age, I guess, if that
So
makes any sense.
There's a picture of her on the drive.
yeah.
Yeah. She is definitely an older woman.
Yeah, but she doesn't look like frail grandma.
Well,
No,
that's
she just looks like a lady. She's just a
Yeah.
lady.
A woman.
well, all the police were like referring to her as Granny, basically.
Okay.
They were like, oh, this, vieille mémère and all this stuff. So, police finally begin to pay attention. They take a closer look at her. Their suspicions are raised when Patricia and a few other witnesses reveal even more damning information about Simone. Worried by his disappearance, Monique, the girlfriend, sent her adult son to Simone's apartment to question her and poke around.
Ever
Because-
speak to me or my adult son ever again.
So Monique, obviously, Bernard disappears. She knows that Simone has been stalking him. She also
Right.
knows that Simone would recognize her because
Sure.
she's been stalking them.
So she can't go
So
confront.
she can't confront her, so she sends her adult son to go confront her.
And or she doesn't want to be the one to go there.
Right.
Either way, she's
So-
playing it safe.
She sends him. His name is Didier. He goes. Simone actually, I think, let him in, and he looked around and said that the floor of the kitchen was flooded with water, but other than
Don't like that.
he didn't see anyone or anything.
It's creepy.
It's creepy. But then he noticed Bernard's car was parked nearby. And then when Monique went back a few hours later to like see for herself, the car had been moved.
Sketch.
Simon moved that car.
Simon says, move that car. Move that bus.
And it would be months before the car would be found again.
So it was hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't just moved.
We will get to it. Then Bernard's employer received a medical leave form in the mail, ostensibly sent from him, but just like sent in the mail instead of him like
In person.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And it was signed by a doctor all the way in Paris, which is several hundred miles away and not his like regular doctor. And then more suspiciously, it listed the wrong social security number for him. So like the form is
Not adding up.
and it like wasn't his handwriting. Like the form is just
It was
Clearly
fake.
fraudulent.
It was a fake
Yeah.
form.
so the employer like immediately sends it to the police, which is the right thing to do. And then investigators found out that the man who'd attended the doctor's appointment in Paris didn't
Def not
match.
him.
Def not Bernard.
There's no way.
Didn't match his physical description at all. Was decades younger. Was like in his like 20s.
It's Bernard's adult son.
So soon they managed to identify that impersonator as Pascal Lamoureux, and this is a Viv joke. That means Pascal the lover in French. And this guy is
Why would you name your child that?
well, Lamoureux
Pascal
is his
the
last
lover.
name. Like
Oh,
the
but
lover
still,
is this
I
man's
don't-
last name.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's also really gross looking.
Pascal in Animal Crossing is cute, though.
He's very wise.
Well, I sure hope you liked that clip. If you did like that clip, make sure you are subscribing to our YouTube channel, leaving us a nice review, and joining us on Patreon for even more video content, audio content, salacious content all around. Come join us. Treat yourself.